Hey everybody, it's your boy PV back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the manhwa, The Baddest. Villainess is back. This is a new Villainous manhwa that has started releasing within the last week or so. Rosalind Velion, that is our main character's name. She's known as like a wicked villainess who travels around the world, basically slaughtering people and going crazy. Ends up killing the the third prince or whatever, and is basically locked up in this cell here. Um, However, we find out that like assassinating the third prince, murder, fraud, all that was basically just every crime was pinned on her. We find that out that she was framed as a traitor of the highest order, and she was on the run. And the person who extended her a helping hand was this. I think it was a marquis. I don't remember off the top of my head. If we scroll up a little, anyways, he basically played like the loyal guardian, and took her in and said he would like protect her and whatnot. But it was all basically for his own amusement. All of the stuff that was pinned on her and whatnot was basically his doing. He basically just wanted to take her in and just watch in amusement, like basically her suffering and going down this like uh just steep decline was just all for his own amusement. And while he's in the, she's sentenced to death essentially for all these crimes, and he basically brings up the concept of parallel worlds. Unfortunately, our main character, he's like, would you like to go to a parallel world type thing? I'm assuming because he has the power to, make it happen. Basically, though, she ends up dying because she took like some poison before they locked her up. And she basically says, you asked if I wanted to live, and she's like, well, no, I don't. And then she dies. And you know he basically says, you never cease to amaze me. And finds out, he smiles, you see his powers activating. And at the end of it, whether she wanted to or not, he basically put her in a parallel world where she wakes up 10 years before the day she died, back to when she was 17, um, in a completely different type of version of her, because in her previous life, she would rather grab a sword and go out fighting. However, in this life, um, the Rosalind tried to kill herself. She's weak. She's not strong by any means, mentally or physically. So it's like she's the complete opposite. So then that's when she realizes she's in this parallel world. The point of it, though, is she's basically not going to let anything that basically bad that happened to her happen to her again. Um, if you just read the synopsis here, basically she just completely does like a 180 on her life. All like the bad relationships, she's just gonna work towards making them good, and all the people who were responsible for her downfall, she's, I assuming, is planning revenge. She doesn't really like explicitly say whether she's going to get like her revenge, but I assume she's basically going to live the life she wants to live in this one, and I'm all for it. And she is a beautiful character as well. So like if we scroll down, oh, by the way, if you want to see like how her behavior is, basically, this maid here, she's like, young miss, you're going too far, the madam was only, and then she like grabs her and she's like, she's not the madam, she's only, the person who wants to become like her father's like second wife, whatever. And she basically like threatens them, tells them to go away and whatnot, and you can see her like putting her hands on her neck to go and like choke her, right? So it seems like she's gonna be like a no bullshit type of character, and I really do want that. As you can see, her character has a beautiful design. She seems like she's going to be a no BS type of character. The villainess, whether she becomes an actual villain or not, I don't know. But the art is kind of like whatever. There isn't really anything special to it. But as I said, I like her design. I like the way her attitude is portrayed on how it's going to be. And I'm curious as to see what she does with this second life of hers, and how far she goes in terms of like revenge and, getting back against the people who uh, did bad to her in her previous life. But that's really all I wanted to talk about today. If you guys like, leave a sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.